have some items in your home and you don't necessarily need them anymore, if you just don't want them and you think, you know what, I think this has some value, why not find out what it's worth? And this is the team to go to. You know his face. It's Tuesday. David Goldstein from Biltmore Loan and Jewelry here talking about, today we're talking about some flatware. It's beautiful flatware, but I must tell you, I can't tell you the last time I've actually sat down and had real silver to eat with.
And thus is the reason that Biltmore is alive. And Biltmore is an entity that really uses products that people don't use of yesteryear, so to speak. Things that people are uncluttering or not using in their life. You know, we talk so frequently about jewelry and diamonds and gold because these are items that most people have had or have accumulated over time. But this is another one. And this is sterling flatware, which we saw from our grandmothers and handed down. And what I found fascinating about this is if you look at all the different pieces of silver that we're going to show you today, that really one of the more interesting ones, and that's what Biltmore really brings, is this spoon right here, which is actually a George Jensen silver spoon, okay? And if you look at the back of that, you can see how it's all hand done, okay? Versus if you look at one like that, you can see that's manufactured.
And this, so should we be looking for the name here?
Yes, and we look for those hallmarks. That's what tells us where it's been done, where it's been made.
And I want to show, like you were pointing out, David.
Yep.
Look at
the different patterns.
Yeah, the different patterns, and these are kind of elaborate, kind of old school.
Old school. But this, if somebody has George Jensen, that's what Biltmore does. Is they're able to tell you that this is worth far more than silver.
So how much is this spoon worth?
This spoon is worth over $100, and there's only about $60 in silver in it.
But how much is the whole table worth?
There's about $800 to $1,000 in silver here, and it just goes to show you the value of just this one spoon.
All right, so I have a question. So I have this stuff. What do I do with it? Do I melt it? What do I do? How do I get my value?
And great question, Susan. That's what we do. That's what Biltmore Loan and Jewelry does, is really from Jaguars to jewelry, we say, and everything in between. If it's diamonds, gold, jewelry, or silver, if you bring it in, our experts will look at it, evaluate it, and get you the best price to either sell it and or if there's some emotional attachment, even borrow on it.
Absolutely. So this particular, and this is multiple.
These are multiple people that
owners.
sold these because these are pieces they weren't using. They were oddities.
And we're looking at videos, so when you come in, you walk into the Scottsdale office, you do need to make an appointment. That is to protect us, right?
It's a private, upscale environment where people can be given their dignity. It's very discreet. It's the new bank. It's a way that if you have items that you're just not using anymore and you need capital, come in and see us.
And this is the Chandler location that you're seeing now, and walk-ins there are welcome.
You can walk right in Chandler. In Scottsdale, we appreciate an appointment first because it's very private and discreet there, where if you have lesser items that you just want to walk in and don't have the time, please feel free to just walk into our Chandler location.
And what about appraisals? Like, what if someone comes and just really wants to know the value? I know that that's not something that you talk about very often.
You know, appraisal, it's a great question, because appraisal is one of those words that people don't really understand. And appraisal means generally that we want to know the value of something. But is it an appraisal for insurance purposes, or is it an appraisal because you want to know the value to sell it? So if you want to know the value to sell it, we do not charge. We have an expert staff that can tell you everything from art to gold to diamonds to jewelry, and we even do title loans on cars, especially better cars. So what we do is give you an environment unlike most of the other places you'll see out there, and try to make it discreet, professional, and a comfortable environment for you.
One-stop shop right here. David and his team working hard for you to get you the best value. If you've got an item and you want to know what it's worth, send an email to info@biltmoreloan.com. Give them a call as well. Again, Scottsdale, you will need to make an appointment, 480-991-5626. Their brand new Chandler location does welcome walk-ins, 480-705-5626. You can also visit their website, biltmoreloan.com.